Welcome to Union Politics. My name is Felicia Ann, and joining with us shortly is our co-host and president of the IEAU, Ms. Elizabeth Thomas. The last few shows have been a little bit on the silly side, and that's because we don't want to be serious every podcast. So when we are serious, you take what we have to say with a little bit more grain of salt than if we were serious all the time. It's actually a lot more effort to be silly on these things than it is to be serious, so our silliness is merely intentional. Also, the clicking sound that you hear from time to time is not me walking around on a personal note. It's actually the buttons on my computer that runs the programming of these podcasts, such as that. Last week, we made fun of the presidency and the election. And whether this election of this new presidency may or may not have gone the way that you have hoped, there is one fact that remains, and that is that Donald Trump is the president of the United States. The values that we fought for during an election campaign have and will always continue to shape our nation for the better. And we must ensure that our country moves forward on the agenda that you have stood for in this election and previous ones, and that our democracy is protected. For too long, political elites have embraced economic policies over American people's needs, holding down wages, diminishing opportunities, and overlooking the poverty level in which has grown over the years. By Donald Trump winning this election, American people are delivering a message that is clear. Enough is enough. Let's try something new for a change and hope for the best. Our beliefs should not be dependent on who is in the office. Fairness and dignity are things that we have always fought for as American people. By taking any stance, wanting our president to fail is in the same diversity as wanting the ship you're in to sink. This election exposed the dark presence of racism, anti-immigration appeals, same-sex marriages, and hatred among each other, bringing the worst out of most of us. The work of our labor movement is just now beginning. Now with a fresh urgency, especially because of the uncertainty of what fight the adult industry will have to fight next. The IEAU will be committed now more than ever to helping everyone win a voice inside the adult industry and in our democracy. As our union movement grows, we will continue to work to represent performers, workers, and all adult entertainers for human basic rights, working towards the goals of Social Security, retirement, unemployment programs, health insurance, and worker safety. We must show unity today, because when we stand together, you have each proven, even to yourselves, that without a doubt, whether as neighbors, family, or friends, that standing together is when true progress is made. This union will stand for what it believes to better safeguard you and will always stand behind you whether we agree to disagree, as this union has done so regarding the industry's fight on Prop 60. Even though the IEAU felt strongly to side with AIDS Healthcare Foundation, you as an industry voiced yourself strongly enough against the proposition by uniting together, making the IEAU as well as all voters in California change direction and stand with you and said, and you should feel proud. Let's learn from the mistakes this election has taught us. And now let's unite together to change the things that need to be changed. To fight the basic rights to have things such as checking accounts and the rights to work without being arrested or violating any laws. The rights not to be discriminated upon because of what we do for a living, and the rights to keep our children as parents. Prove that your voice matters again, and unite with the industry you call home, and join entertainmentadultunion-com. And be a part of changing history. We would also like to take, after listening to Melissa Hill's show, the mentioning of certain APAC officers working with Keanu Bradley's project will not be with approval of IEAU. The IEAU cannot include itself with approval of bringing homeless women into an industry in which safety is already our number one concern. However, we do wish Keanu Bradley best wishes regarding her project and trying to help women better their lives by promoting oneself and doing so. Best wishes to you and your project, Ms. Bradley. Be sure that it will be a success.